Well, I imagine by this point you're thinking, that is the whitest man I've seen in a long time. I tell you this, it's not often I'm the token on the bill. Well, it's nice to be here. There are three things, ladies and gentlemen, you may notice about me, and I'm going to spend approximately the next 8 minutes talking about those. Yeah, it gives you 2 minutes to laugh, so if I overrun, your fault. You're welcome. The first one, I have on the back of my hand my notes, because my memory is quite atrocious. I could just forget everything at the drop of a hat. So I have this here basically as a safety net. But I did think of a good solution to this would be that I could learn Chinese and then get my set tattooed up my arm, and I'd be able to read it and no one would know. The only problem with that would be after I'd done my first year in Edinburgh, because then, like the second year, I'd have to put it on the other arm, and then on the third year on the leg, and basically by the fifth year, much shorter show. Oh, I fucking love that joke. Good. The next thing you may have noticed about me by now, ladies and gentlemen, is the outfit. The outfit is basically a fancy dress costume I got a bit carried away with from a party I went to back in February. The theme for the party was actually pirates. But I went like this as an investment banker, so that was fine. Satire. What else about the outfit? The outfit, I did a competition earlier in the year, and the video for that competition is on YouTube. And somebody commented on it the other day, saying, he looks like Peter Crouch on the way to a court case, possibly on a rape charge. So, I now look like a rapey Peter Crouch. That's, these are the things you want to know about your life. The other thing about the outfit, I have the Rasta band on my wrist. I say Rasta band, it's really not. A friend of mine went to Zambia a couple of weeks back, and she brought it back for me as a present. And I've had it for about a month now, and it's just not gripping my wrist properly anymore because of taking it on and off and stuff. But, you know, it's not the first thing I've overstretched by putting my fist through it. Yeah, fourth joke. Didn't see that coming, did you? Oh dear, you wouldn't have thought to look at him, would you? No. Good. So, the third thing that you will have noticed about me, ladies and gentlemen, is I am a very tall man. The problem with this is there are now... Political correctness annoys me because I am one of two groups left in society that you are still allowed to make jokes out of. And those are tall people and ginger people. He even put his hand up. Well done, Pete. And this was brought home to me most recently when this magazine came out, which includes in it a picture of me and my friend Becky. Now Becky, due to a medical condition, is 2.5 feet shorter than me. She comes up to about here. And they've chosen to run the picture of Becky and I under the headline, Becky loses her fear of heights. Now, all I'm saying is that if I was black, they wouldn't have run that picture under the headline, Becky loses her fear of the dark, would they? I mean, a little bit of equality, that's all I'm asking for. Oh, I love that joke. But there's, you know, you can't go up to other groups in society and make similar sorts of comments like that, can you? You can't go up to a blind man in the street with his guide dog and go, oh, that's a nice dog, I always had you down as a cat person. Can't do that. Similarly, you can't go up to somebody with one leg and go, oh, this floor's a bit uneven. It's not acceptable. But it's the casual comments that get to me the most. They're really annoying. The common one that I had for years was, oh, you're really tall, do you play basketball? And now, obviously, nobody plays basketball in this country, and that was generally my response. I just turned around and go, no one does. But I realised that wasn't going to cut it. It needed to be something slightly more disarming. So I came up with this response. Now, is there anybody here who is over 6'2"? No? Okay, well if you know anybody who's tall like me, then you can pass this on to them. It's brilliant. If they come up to you and you go and say, you're really tall, do you play basketball? You just turn around and go, no, do you play mini golf? And that was working really well, right up until the point at which I joined a basketball team. Yeah, I now play for a team called the Harbour Dynamos, so named because when we run, our shirts light up. It's a joke about generators there. Don't get a lot of stuff nicked. Good. The main problem that I've noticed with playing basketball, though, is that because I've only been playing for about a year, I can only dribble with my right hand at the minute. I haven't learned how to do it with the other one. And as a result of this, the muscles in this arm have significantly increased by comparison to the muscles in this one, and that's the story I'm sticking with. But it's not just with normal sports like basketball that I have problems because of my height. I recently went indoor skydiving in Milton Keynes. Now, it costs £50 for 2 minutes, first of all, which I'm sure you'll all agree is quite extortionate, but you have to remember that you're not just paying for the experience of indoor skydiving, you're also paying for the beautiful scenery of Milton Keynes. A few of you have been. So somebody gave that the same reaction as they did the fisting joke, and I find that strange, but anyway. Good. Now, the problem for me straight away with the height is because you have to do it on in a flight suit. Because it's basically a giant fan and they want to protect your clothing. Now, the only flight suit they had that fitted me was the extra, extra large. And that wasn't built height-wise, that was built width-wise. And consequently, I was about to get on top of what is basically a giant fan with wings from here to here and between my legs. I look like a flying squirrel. That's not what you want in this scenario. It did give me, though, my all-time favourite safety announcement, which was just fantastic, because in the briefing room before you go on, they say to you, now, whatever you do, don't vomit. Because if you do, it'll get caught in the fan and fly past you another 5 times before your minute's up. Which I just always loved it. I did think that what I would do if I ever went again would be to take a load of silver foil with me. And just before I go in, cut it all up in just smaller rectangles, throw it all in and shout, "To the Crystal Dome!" Crystal Maze audience, that's what you want. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've really enjoyed this, thank you. It's been a pleasure to be here. I've been Tom Young, enjoy your last act, good night.